Vic, what I was starting to say to you before all hell broke loose for the moment was the noticeable difference in confidence of all 4 members of Darkstate. Look at Sugars into the cover, shoots the half, shoulders down. Again, Darkstate has become greater than the sum of its parts. All 4 of these men have stepped up their game. They rely on one another. They trust one another. They have wreaked havoc together as a unit. As I said, this is 4 individuals against a team. And right now, Dion Lennox has to feel really good about his chance to pick his spot this Saturday.
Well, this is also 4 men with one simple mission to take over. And we have to remember that we were there. We were at Vengeance Day last February when Darkstate made their appearance, when they took out Obafemi, when they wiped out the field, when they started to make their mission statement clear of what they wanted to do. They wanted to seek, they wanted to destroy. They saw a lot of chatter online. There was a lot of people mocking them, calling them out, saying negative things. They blocked it all out. They turned that hate into fuel.
Darkstate thus far has become something of a virus in the pro wrestling business. It began here in NXT. They took it to TNA. They cover here. Who knows what's next? Could it be Raw? Could it be SmackDown? Is it going to be here in NXT for the foreseeable future? Only Darkstate knows what the future holds, but it's bad news for anyone that's got to deal with it.
Well, tag was made and Cutler right back in, and what a big standing clothesline. And you talk about power, you talk about devastation. I mean, what's been the talk, by the way, of the locker room just on Friday about Darkstate? They're on SmackDown. You and Michael Cole always sit ringside.
Look, these are 4 physically impressive individuals who all have different parts of the game that they're good at. So together, they're a very,
shoulders down,
a very dangerous unit. And I think everybody would agree that all 4 of these men have tremendous upsides. It's how soon those upsides are realized, not if, when.
Well, Dion Lennox, a man who right now has his team, has his unit fighting for him. Is he the one who will get to choose his spot, select his entry into that Iron Survivor? Because you look across the ring and you see a conversation going on amongst Borne, Evans, and Joe Hendry. It also looks like there's a little bit of worry on their face.
It could be concern, and it seems as though, at least at the moment, that Hendry trying to act as the quarterback of his tag, trying to strategize. Here comes that young OG.
And for Javon Evans, been a busy time. He talked about everything he's got going on here in AAA as well. Deadline this Saturday. He's trying to fight back here against Dion Lennox in our main event. Stakes on this main event matchup. Who will get to earn and pick their selection, their spot in the Iron Survivor Challenge match at Deadline this Saturday in San Antonio? P. Javon Evans is reaching out, and that's got to be the internal struggle for some. Shoulders are down. Could it be Evans in a kick out? If Darkstate wins, Dion Lennox gets to choose his spot as a tag was made.
Here is Joe Hendry trying to make believers out of Darkstate, bringing the fire, but hung up.
And as we're talking about this main event matchup, I got to get your thoughts on just how unique the Iron Survivor Challenge match is to someone like you.
Well, it's incredibly unique. It's the only type of match of its kind that it's points-based, not just the ability to score a pinfall, but you've got to do it multiple times. You can get stuck in the penalty box. There is arguably more strategy involved in the Iron Survivor Challenge than any other type of match in WWE.
It's a creative concept. It's the evolution of our industry. It's the back
cover by Lennox.
We are here at NXT. Lennox and almost got the victory. And now I want to ask you this, because I said earlier, would you tag yourself in? Would you tag yourself out? They want to win, but they also know right now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty of this matchup, the deep water, so to speak. And you got to know they're chomping at the bit to tag back in another cover, and that means Evans, that means Borne, that means Leon Slater. Got to wonder what they're gonna think. Is it about the match tonight, or is it about the strategy heading into Saturday?
Well, right now, as much strategy as Iron Survivor may require, they need to think only about one thing, and that thing is Darkstate. That thing has been beating the hell out of all 4 of them practically since the opening bell. Darkstate has dominated tonight.
And for Darkstate, their thorn on their side has been Joe Hendry over the last several months, just saying his name and he appears. got under their skin, and I'm sure they're loving every second of beating down Joe Hendry. Into a cover goes Sugars, who was gifted from Dion Lennox one half of the NXT Tag Team titles, which was signed off by our general manager, Ava. As Joe Hendry, though, starting to fight back in his corner, crawling through, got about halfway. Close, but not close enough.
Tremendous quickness displayed by Saquon Sugars, who makes the tag to Cutler James. We're going to make a wish. No.
For a second, James misses the elbow. Sugars falls in front of us. Hendry's still crawling. Dion Lennox able to take one member down, but gets right back up, and now looking for a submission.
Guillotine cinched in tight. Lennox had the body lock applied as well, but look at the power of Joe Hendry.
Up and over with a massive suplex, and now he's never been closer to a tag. Sees a familiar face, and it's the youngest in charge. It's the TNA X Division champion. It's Leon Slater, and I know you've been excited to see him in these deep waters up close and personal.
A moment maker, a record breaker. Leon Slater, the genuine article, just connected Osiris.
Osiris has got the size, he's got the power, but there's the athleticism.
Uh-oh.
No.
Good night.
Spoke too soon, and Osiris into the cover to give Dion the selection, and a kick out at the last moment. Take another look. Feel the impact.
And what Darkstate lack in experience, they more than compensate for in raw power and athleticism. That's what we just saw. They're not going to win a lot of matches on style points. They're just going to hit you in the mouth. They're going to stick to what they know, which is beating people up. Great counter by Slater.
And Slater continuing.
Saquon Sugars just about knocked me out of my seat, bumping into this desk.
And that's the impact reach now. There's a tag at Siobhan Evans. Evans now is a legal superstar for his team. And he's wiping out anything that moves. Super kick.
Look out! Holy cow! That was the fastest move
I haven't moved that fast since high school. Siobhan Evans flying through the air one more time.
Coast to coast. No one's safe from the young OG.
And Siobhan Evans right now, take a look too. He's not tagging out of the matchup. He's continuing to fly through. Big clothesline. Siobhan Evans feels it. Siobhan Evans tastes it. He wants that spot. He wants that chance to make that selection to call himself the Iron Survivor. Get you some Spro! Springboard cover. Countered for a moment, right back up. Connected! Evans got it. Looking for it twice from the tippy top. Cover into the count and
And all three uncovered members of Darkstate strike simultaneously. Uh-oh.
And now all the bodies in the ring, everything right now, Myles and Leon. They take out one man. Sugars coming in, takes out Leon Slater. There's Joe Hendry showcasing his own power. A little bit of a JBL fall-away slam. 2-for-1 special. How about this action on NXT?
Dion Lennox sent crashing to the outside, but making sure to bring Hendry with him.
And now Dion and Joe Hendry.
Heavy artillery being unloaded.
You ain't kidding. Siobhan Evans right now charging in. Tag was made. Leon Slater.
Red dot!
Kick right into the center of the face. And right now, Leon to the top. Another tag was made. It's Myles Borne who's legal. And there's that patented Swanton 450. Myles Borne, though, he's the legal superstar. It's not Leon Slater. Myles Borne with Osiris getting up. Osiris doesn't realize it. A little wink and a nod for a Borne again. Myles into the cover. And just like that, Borne gains the advantage.
Here are your winners, the team of Joe Hendry, Siobhan Evans, Leon Slater, and Myles Borne!
It's what you said would happen, Corey. What would this team do? How would they team together? Who would take the shot? What number will Myles Borne choose? Who will have an iron will? We'll find out Saturday, San Antonio at Deadline.